Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this presentation about the University of Dundee School of Business's Help to Grow program. My name is I'm the program director for the Help to Grow program here at the university, and I've got with me today some guests. So I'd just like to introduce my guests. They are Paul Hasty, who's co-CEO of award-winning community interest company in Sound Circle. I've got Scott Brady, serial entrepreneur. Scott, I'll try and get all of your businesses in here. SAB Consulting and SB Global HR and Legal and Ecos Limited. So it's got several companies all based in Sound. And Martina Ivat, who is our alumni officer and coordinator for the Help to Grow program here at the university as well. So what I'd like to do today is to explain to you what the Help to Grow program is and whether it's for you as a business in Tayside and how it was initiated by the UK government and why it was initiated by the UK government in the first place. As I say, whether it's for you and how you might go about signing up for it if you're interested in doing it. But Gordon, could we have some more slides, please?
Certainly, and personal roll-outs.
Okay, so the program itself, I mentioned it's a UK government initiative. So it was launched in 2021. And I believe by 2023, over 5,000 participants have been through the program. And they had a 90% feedback score for recommending the program to other businesses and carrying on sending people from the businesses to attend the program. So it's been extremely successful. Here at the university, we run the program. What previously last year, Paul here was an attendee on that cohort, and we're running it again next year. So the program starts from January the 13th next year. It runs for 12 weeks. So it finishes on March the 31st. It's primarily run online, so you would be attending the sessions, 12 which there's 12 in total, but most of those are run online, and 4 of those are run face-to-face. The online sessions are around 2 hours. They run on a Monday afternoon from 2 till 4. And afterwards, there is a kind of a Q&A session for another 2 hours if you wish to attend that. So it will be sensible to block out most of Monday afternoon for 12 weeks if you do decide to attend the program. And the 4 face-to-face sessions we run at the Marmaison Hotel in Dundee. So you would need to attend those. And it's worth mentioning that all these sessions are recorded. So if you can't make and make your attendance sessions, it's not the end of the world. You can catch up on the recordings later, and that's all fine. So we're very aware of how busy you are in your businesses and very sensitive to that. The accommodation is made to compensate for that. So, as I say, it's a 12-module program, and I think it would be fair to describe it as a kind of a accelerated mini MBA. So the object of the program is to increase the productivity of businesses. This is why the government decided to set the SIG in the first place, because as we all know, productivity figures for SMEs in the UK are slightly down on where they could be. So the idea is for the program to help you isolate areas of weakness within your business and give you the tools and resources you need to go about addressing the issues you might have there. It's worth making the point that this isn't a traditional kind of CPD program. It's much more finely targeted at any issues that you might have as a developed business. It's not for startup businesses. It's for businesses that already know what they're doing. They have established markets. They're just looking for some help to overcome any difficulties they have or weaknesses they perceive in order to take their business to the next level and to make it more resilient, which is obviously very important in today's economic climates. So there's probably way too much to talk about here about the program itself in the time we've got allotted. So we'll be posting all the information we can for you to download. at your own leisure after the webinar. One of the important areas we need to address, though, is who is this for? So there are a range of criteria that you must meet as a business if you want to attend the program. You need to have more than 5 employees. There needs to be a person of significant control, and you need to have fewer than 249 employees within your business. And it must have been trading for at least every year, couple to 2 days actually, but I'll confirm that in the turning later. So the criteria need to be noted if you are thinking of attending the program. But if you're in any doubt, if you let us know, then we'll get back to you as soon as we can to let you know whether you're eligible for the program or not. The government markets this program as a £7,500 program that you pay £750 for, so it's 90% funded by the government. So there's an awful lot of resources being put behind this program, and that gives you some idea of how seriously the government take it. And there are integrations with all of the large business institutions, the Institute of Directors, CBI, Federation of Small Businesses, are all on board with this. And Martina will talk to you about later about the ongoing support once you exit the program that you will get. And it's also worth noting that any material that you see during the program will be available for you for one of the other important things to note about the program is that you have a period of mentorship, 10 hours free mentorship that you can take advantage of. This has proved to be extremely popular with some of our attendees who've made quite long-lasting relationships with their mentors. And this is run through a kind of a speed dating system where you just pick up and drop people until you meet a person who you get on the best with and who resonates most with your business intent, your markets, and whatever you want to get out of that sort of relationship. So that's a very worthwhile part of the program. So there will be information on how to apply for the program. That was a bit of a whistle-stop tour, but there'll be quite a lot of literature available to you after the session, and I'm quite happy to talk you through any details. So I'm going to stop now, and I'm going to invite Paul here to get a perspective of what it was actually like to be on the program last year and what value we got out of that experience.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Andrew. Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Paul. As Andrew said, I'm co-CEO of the Circle. And I'm in a fortunate position, I suppose, to be on a couple of these types of courses before. I've been through education before, which the traditional means of education is through university. And I can truly and genuinely say that I've really got a lot out of this course. And I count myself among that 90% that would recommend the Had to Go course going forward. And a big part of that was the delivery of these sessions by the folks that you guys brought in to actually deliver those. So the expert speakers, the guest speakers really knew their stuff. And I think that was quite apparent when, and again, this is a sales opportunity, but when some of the guest speakers deviated from the learning materials traditionally and went deep into their own realms of anecdotal knowledge, provided to be really massively useful. Company of which one of them is sitting in right now. The guest speakers really delivered a lot, I think. For people watching, you're going to get out of this ultimately what you put into it. If you're going to do it and commit to this, then actually commit to it. And that doesn't necessarily be going back to the business and implementing every tool and protocol that you maybe learn on the day. But I certainly found that I went back to the office inspired by what I'd heard on those days. And we've actually rewatched some of the recordings with a few of us in the team, and you become sort of remotivated. I think that's one of the key things is we found ourselves motivated for challenges. And interestingly, what we found was that most people that were on these, with us cohort on the course, faced the same challenges. Different environments, different industries, different sectors, but same challenges, whether it's people, finance, marketing, business planning, but all these things are covered as a result of attending this course. And of course, you get the opportunity to interact with experts and whom you may never had the opportunity to do so before. The peer sessions that are held as well. And again, that those you get out of those what you put into them. So yeah, if you're thinking you're firefighting all day, every day, working in your businesses, so did I, and we all can still do it. Of course, that's just the nature of what we do. But if you can protect some time to step back and come into this course and really give it your all, but I think you get a huge amount of value from that.
Excellent.
That helps as a summary.
Excellent. Thank you, Paul. That's reminded me of a couple of things there. I didn't emphasize the fact that we do actually recruit experts from local businesses here, which Scott is one. And so every cohort we try to rotate those a little bit. So we have different people coming in, and we do tend to select people from prominent local businesses, and we'll be able to supply you with a list of who they are for the next cohort on request if you wish to see that. So, Scott, the perspective of the expert speaker and local entrepreneur.
Yeah, well, hi everyone, and thanks for that call. That was inspiring for me. You're my guest speaker today, listening to that description. I think for me, there was benefits for me actually having the privilege of being a guest speaker on the course. I was sitting here today in a shirt tie and a three-piece suit, but some of my businesses have been what I would call on the tools, raw facility management businesses, where I have started off with nothing and nobody and built businesses up to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 employees. I then retrained as a fire extinguisher engineer again, facilities management business. I then ran a recycling company for 2 years, which I bought out. So that took me into more professional services. And then I qualified as a lawyer and now run a global legal and HR firm. So I was able to share some of that experience of what it's like to be at the tough day-to-day firefighting end of running a business. So although the material is polished, I was maybe slightly more raw because I was able to share, you call the anecdotes, real life stories of the challenges I faced and the resilience I had to build up, the reliance on partnerships in order to grow my business and building relationships and looking around to find out who's got the answers to the problems I'm facing. Because I would like to think one of the great gifts that a guest speaker has is to share the fact that nothing's new. Maybe new to you, but it's not new to someone else, particularly who's been there before. And although I haven't faced every difficulty, I've had to face up to many of the problems that people who are grown businesses, who have established businesses, and we're in a world of transformation. And I think for me, they do say the company you keep defines you. And it was great to be in the company of like-minded people where someone chooses, artists chosen through selection processes to join, help to grow, then we already resonate together as individuals because you're already selected yourself to be part of that special group who are going to access this knowledge, experience, real life experience of running and growing a business, and to watch out for the pitfalls as well. And although we won't have the opportunity, it was great to have Paul on the course and all his pals who joined him, because it became a really good working group together. For me, just to sit and watch and look into the eyes of these people and understand they're all sitting there having a good time, but behind all of that cheery facade, there are people who are doing something really important. They're creating jobs. They're creating wealth. They're inspiring people. They're helping others pay their mortgages and their rent and pay their bills. And the more successful they are, and this is what defines us as entrepreneurs, the more successful you are in business, you're able to spread that joy. And that's one of the great things about being an entrepreneur. I did think actually a couple of things, if you just allow me to draw what I want to say to a close. Do you know when you're trying to climb a wall and you can more or less reach the top, but you just don't have the strength in your arms to get yourself over? And what you need is a bit of a boost. And that's what Help to Grow is. And I had a look at the definition of the word boost before I came to you today, and it's help from below. It's not help from above. You don't want someone to be reaching down from the wall, pulling you up, because that could be really sore. What you want is someone to put their hands out and say, put your foot there. And absolutely, that'll take you that 6 inches, means you get both hands above the wall and you can overcome those obstacles. And I think Help to Grow is part of that. And lastly, I'm sitting here part of a 3-piece suit today, and I'm wearing a pocket watch. And people would say to me, I know you're not, but it's not a pocket watch. Looks like a pocket watch. It's actually a roulette wheel. Here's something we find in a Monaco casino. That's what running a business is like. When someone starts spinning the ball and you see the wheel going round and things are moving really fast, and you never know where the ball is going to land, and you're hoping your number comes up. What Help to Grow allows me as a guest speaker to do, and all the guest speakers, is to say, we can help guide you as to how fast the table is spinning, what the croupier is doing in order to generate the inertia for the wheel to go round. And we could sort of tell you, the ball's landed there before. I've seen it land there before, and I've lost money or I've won on those things. And I would like to think that the privilege of being a guest speaker on Help to Grow, certainly for me and some of the other guest speakers I've spoken to, is to be around that energy, be around that sustaining enthusiasm, and to know at the end of the programme it's not over, that you're then going to be supported by proper professionals who will help you in the next steps as you continue that journey. Thank you, Saul.
Thanks very much. Very well put. And thank you for reminding me about the fun that we had when we were doing it. And so, I mean, I don't want to market this as a kind of social club, but we did actually have a fun, but certainly for the face-to-face sessions, it was very nice to see. What I think a lot of people underestimate is the ability of people when they get together in business to actually share stories. And I think we all think everyone's doing that all the time, and it quite clearly isn't the case. As we saw there, it's a good opportunity for everybody to get together and share experiences and share their problems. So excellent. Thank you. That's what we did. And also, as Sam pointed out, is that we expect the cohort to be at least 15. We need to have at least 15 participants to run the cohort. So you will be sharing experience with at least 15 other local business people. Okay, Martin, over to you for the view from beyond when you graduate or when you leave the at the end of the course in March next year. What will happen?
Yeah, thank you. So just to echo the words that were mentioned before, the adventure stretches beyond the course, and I'm here to sort of like support you past that course. And there are various free of charge benefits to our alumni. First of all, probably the most exciting one, there are many regional and national events organized by the Chartered Association of Business Schools. They are a great opportunity to network, but also to learn. For example, Andrew and I attended the regional session in Edinburgh, I believe maybe 2 months ago, and it was all about upskilling your business. And of course, we met many inspiring people, some of whom graduated from Help to Grow from different universities. But Paul were also there, of course. And it was an extremely inspiring session. We learned a lot about upscaling the business, and it was just great to get together in a room of over 100 people easily, I would say. So definitely that was great, and we're really looking forward to the national event, which should be happening sometime in 2025. There are also various webinars that are maybe easier to access considering they are online. And again, some of the recent ones, for example, focus on business growth, pricing, utilizing AI when you're doing your business, and they're also really, really insightful, and you can pick and choose whatever sort of addresses the problems that you're dealing with at the moment. There's also peer-to-peer advisory, which you can access. Obviously, you're part of this alumni group from the Dundee University, but the group, just like Andrew mentioned, is much bigger because there are various universities across the United Kingdom that run Help to Grow. So that is your network, that will become your network once you've completed the course. And there's also a very interesting podcast. Essentially, we've got SMEs and discussions with the Financial Times journalists. So that's also another thing that you can access as an alum of the course. However, as an alum of this particular cohort from the University of Dundee, there are some benefits that are exclusive to you. First of all, the network of obviously the participants from the course, as well as some of our expert speakers and the academics from the School of Business. And we also ran some events that are exclusive to our cohort. In fact, next week we are running a communications workshop with Richard Neville and Fiona Robertson from Neville Robertson Communications Agency. And we're really hoping that will prove very useful to our cohort. But yeah, so that's it from me. Thank you so much. And I suppose right now we'll take any questions you might have. Thank you.
Okay, go on, Are there any questions coming across?
Not so far, but obviously everyone who's watching, if you want to put some questions in the chat, feel free. Or if you'd prefer to speak directly to our panel, you can raise your hand and we'll invite you to come online, essentially.
Yeah. If one thing I probably should point out, and it came up with what Martin was saying there. So this program is administered by the Chartered Association of Business Schools through its Small Business Charter. So there was a much larger, and shout out to CAPS for organising this and doing such a great job of administering the program. The wider effort nationally is administered by these organisations, Moores just mentioned. And they're running events nationally throughout the year. So as an alumni of the program, or an alumni of the program, is not the correct term. I've got that right. Is it alumni?
Yeah, it's singular.
Thank you, Punchamala. But you will be getting invites to all these events as part of your ongoing relationship. And it's worth pointing out that the business school here at the University of Dundee is very keen on engaging and supporting local businesses, and we will do whatever we can to assist you with any issues you have gone forward from your association with the program. So if we have no questions coming through there, hopefully that's been informative of you. Have you got a question?
It's no less a question, it's more just a comment that will reflect on that event. I also attended that event, but we'll talk about mine that I went as any association with Dundee, so maybe I can say more than you guys can. But it became apparent when I was sitting there talking to some of the alumni of other universities and such. But in particular, it felt like Dundee Uni was going over and above to really look after their alumni. And from just discussion with some other participants from across Scotland, there was apparent that they'd done the course, they moved on, and that was it. Whereas it feels like there is this after hail as such. And I think Dundee Business School has been really excellent at really trying to push this Health to Grow course to be beyond certainly the 12-week programme, but to be something a bit more than that. So I think kudos to the Dundee Business School itself. Well, listen, an additional comment.
Yeah. I never could add something to that, because we did rehearse that. So did we would only to say that I found that the guest speaker, I wasn't just walking into a room of strangers, because Andrew briefed me on each of the businesses and each of the personalities. So you got to know, had the opportunity to do some research so that the messages you were given were as much as you could be within a group tailored to each individual type of business in the sector it was in. And that requires some hard work and preparation. And every guest speaker will do what I did and put in that extra effort to make sure the sessions are absolutely something you go away with thinking, I made a really good connection there that I'd like to carry on in the future. That's
Just one more thing before we wrap up. There is one more quite important benefit for our alumni of Help to Grow, is that they can enjoy up to 6 months free CMI membership. And that's something I think I should have mentioned.
Just quick on comment that much first.
It's a good point that obviously anyone who does complete the course can use it as credit towards any further courses of study with us as well, should they want to. So
it's absolutely is. So if you complete the course, there's an option to do an extra assessment in order to gain 20 credits towards another program at the university should you wish to do so. I believe that's unique to the University of Dundee as a school that offer.
Susan has...
Yes. Hello, sorry to everybody. Should I just turn my camera? I can't turn my camera on, it won't allow me to. But just to say hello, I'm the Associate Dean of Education, so I'm sitting here in the background. Thank you for the presentation there, guys. That was excellent. Just to say also that with the CMI, you get your free 6 months of membership, but also the course enables you to move on an accelerated pathway towards becoming a CMI chartered manager as well. So if you do want to complete that assessment and undertake that portfolio work, you do manage to get access to an accelerated pathway for that. And that's very much a gold standard within management. So while this is very much focused on growing and scaling up your business, for those of you who may be interested in this, it is also a route towards different formats of education, self-development, training, and enhancement of your own management practice. So it connects us very much with a range of other bodies, such as Andrew said, the Chartered Association of Business Schools, the Chartered Management Institute, and also some of our other accrediting partners for the MBA, for anyone who may be interested in that route too. So there's a whole range of different benefits which we've built into how we deliver this programme.
Okay, thank you, Susan, for that. Okay, so if we don't have any further questions, shall we wrap it up there? Thank you very much, everybody, for attending. Those of you online, thank you very much to my guests for coming. Very short notice. Thank you, everybody, again, and have a good afternoon.